So it's part of livingmyassoff.com, or as part of being part of livingmyassoff.com. I get to just come places and see this. Now, the only downside to what I'm doing right now is that as I was walking up behind this bush before I turned my camera on, I noticed that that horse right there was like on the ground, kind of like itching his back, laying around. And I was like, oh man, that would have been a cool shot. I missed that. So these guys are just hanging out, and clearly these are the horses that are part of over there. And I guess you can take them, and I don't see any prices yet, but I'm sure they have it. Oh wow, look at that, it's small. Muy bonita. This is awesome. So yeah, so these guys are available for those of you that come here to the Holiday Inn. So I'm gonna cruise in and get a, I'm just gonna have lunch maybe, I don't know. It's only like 5 or 6 or something. So I haven't decided exactly where I'm gonna eat. So I don't know if the beach is that way. Well, let me go see. Let me go see if the beach is this way. I mean, it seems, I mean, obviously this is where you do the horses. Bonanza horseback riding, if you'd like to Google it. Obviously a very clean facility, which is awesome. And they seem to take pretty good care of the horses there, that's for sure. That little boy looked very happy. That would be kind of a neat childhood, wouldn't it? Taking care of horses for the gringos. And I'm sure there's plenty of Mexicans that come here and vacation here as well. So, okay, so this is looking good. Because what I can see from here is this sign that you may not be able to see yet. But it says, Playa Publica. And I am a big fan of the Publica. I am one of the public. So we are gonna go check out the public beach. Yes. Success. It's pointing to me. I am the public beach. All right. Okay. All right. So this looks like they've built all the way up to where you possibly could. Ah, you see, and this is where, like, I guess if the water was a little lower, I would have been able to walk in there. And then here you have, oh, hey, look at this cool little lizard. He's rad. Oh, and he can climb? Wow, he can massage and he can cook? I want to marry him. So anyway, this is the way to the public beach. I'm pretty excited, actually, because there is a resort with amazing hammocks in the rooms that you can rent, obviously. They allow you to pay them to stay there, and I don't blame them. It's a very beautiful place. But just on the other side of this fence, because I am one of these kind of guys that's on the other side of the tracks, I'm living on the other side of the tracks, I have discovered white sand beach that I was looking for. You know, when I first started programming on computers, this is massive aside, but I have shiny red ball syndrome, so there you go. When I first started programming computers, the initial feeling was frustration, because I started doing it and I didn't know how to do it, and I did it wrong and it failed and I got frustrated. For whatever reason, I may have pouted, I don't know, I could ask my parents, but what I do know is that eventually, through any pout, I was, I don't know, empowered maybe? No, that's not the right word. I was motivated to find a solution and get to one. And I don't remember exactly how it happened or when it happened or whatever, but I do remember one of the big joys I got out of programming was when the thing worked. When you wrote that code, because rarely, I mean, every time, you know, the first time you write it, it always failed, right? And then you ran the errors and that sort of thing, and then you reran it and reran it and reran it, and then it worked. And the cool thing about a program, a computer program, when it works, is it usually works a second time too. And then the third and the fourth. And so it's actually quite rewarding because you can hit the enter key and, yep, worked last time, it's gonna work again. Woohoo, I'm smart. But the reason I bring that up is because I really like exploring like this, and I like it when I can get to a solution, a level of success, a piece of enjoyment, a time in my life that is happy, and I basically didn't need to spend any money. Because if you're watching this, then you probably I don't know, at least 50 to 60% of you, like me, you're not starving, you're not homeless, you have cash in the bank, and you have money in your pocket, and you probably have a phone that costs more than $300 or whatever, and you have means. And so, you know, if you get frustrated with something, then you can just simply throw money at it. I mean, if I wanted to get home, like, in the next couple of hours, I just saw a sign back there for taxis from here. And, you know, for $25 or $30, I can get a taxi back to the airport. And I can guarantee you for less than $500, I can get back to San Diego. The plane that I reserved, the seat that I reserved on Southwest is going to cost me $0, and I prefer that. So, well, I'll tell you what. I made it. And as an only child, I'm also very happy to report that I don't need to share this with anybody right now. Except maybe that guy way over there. What you doing? Get off of my... So here's... Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my shoes off. I'm going to take my flip-flops off. And... Okay, the sand is not overpoweringly hot, which is nice. It's kind of crunchy. It's not like soft like in... well, like in Boracay, right? But it feels awesome, and it is super clean, and I believe the red flags mean dangerous surf or rip currents or something like that. So I'll stay away from those. And the sand is getting pretty hot on my feet. But the good news is, way over there is that beach that we saw when I was walking through the woods. And when I get there, welcome to success, ladies and gentlemen. That's what living the dream's all about. I'm serious. I'm like not joking. I'm not doing a t-shirt slogan or whatever. I'm serious. When I see somewhere that I want to go and I have the ability to get there, well, thanks God, I owe you a smoothie. Because the fact that I can walk and do this, I am living the dream. So thank you very much. You're the best, Buddha. And this is where I've ended up. On a beach in San Jose del Cabo that I walked to from my apartment that I've rented on Airbnb. And this is what I got to show for it. I didn't have to play hooky. I didn't have to take a vacation day. I didn't have to lie to anybody to get here. I got to wake up this morning, drive, park my car, take a Lyft for $10. And this is the result.